How many atoms of carbon are in a 30 milligram sample of calcium cyanide? First, you must remember that milli means 1 over 1,000, and you first have to write the proper formula for calcium cyanide. Well, I don't know about you, but I have no idea what the formula is, so I go on the web and I Google it, and I find out that calcium cyanide is CaCN2. So let's put parentheses there, 2 down here. So let's first find the molecular mass. So calcium, 40 AMU, which we just change over to grams per mole. Carbon, there's 2 carbons, so 2 times 12 is 24. Mass of carbon, of course, is 12. Nitrogen, the mass is 14. We have 2 of them. Add all these together, and we get a molar mass, and we'll put that over here, of 92 grams per mole. So let's find out how many moles we have. So the number of moles is equal to the mass of the sample, which is 30 milligrams. That's 30 times 10 to the minus 3. Okay, because that's what 1 over 1,000 equals. We put in 92 grams per mole, and we find out that our number of moles is 3.26 times 10 to the minus 4 moles. So put minus 4 moles. Kind of ran out of room to write moles. Now we're trying to find the number of atoms. So we're going to use this one right here. And the number of atoms, however, first, before we find the atoms of carbon, we have to find the atoms of the molecule, which is kind of what we've been calculating all along. So we have 3.26 times 10 to the minus 4th. That's what n is equal to. Okay, so we're using this formula here. And then we multiply that by Avogadro's number, and we get a number of moles of 1.96 times 10 to the 20th moles. Now you don't see that number in the multiple choice. Why? That's the number of moles of calcium cyanide. We want to try and find out how many atoms of carbon. Well, by looking at the formula, we see we have 2 moles of carbon for every mole of the calcium cyanide. So N of carbon is going to equal this number here times 2. So when we carry out that math, we get 3.9 times 10 to the 20th moles of carbon. So make sure you do that last step. All of this work we did ahead of time was to find the amount of molecules of calcium cyanide. We then have to remember that we have 2 moles of nitrogen for every mole of calcium cyanide. So the answer is D.